And that's okay. No, it's a train of thought for me. My goddamn constantly for everybody, and that's okay. Have a nice day somewhere the fuck else. It's really a train of thought for me. Always be your authentic self. Never let a motherfucker project fear on you, but you know how to be your authentic self, and they have an identity for Christ. It doesn't matter how they tax practice look at the end of the day. You weird having ass bitch. You're far from hate over here. Hello, neighbor. Be yourself. My content is not for everybody. And to the genuine ones with no intentions, I truly hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. Never allow an individual that's authentically a hater in disguise. They have to gather up a whole group of people, a community, to project spell work on you, or let on energy harvest off your energy. Let on try to destiny swipe with you. But hold on one second, this motherfucker forgot they traded thought and didn't fucking work evidently. They can't take what God and thought within you. Only was they was their own issue when it came to their excuse. Mentally unstable. The verbs that came out their mouth didn't actually make sense that day. When it came to their low IQ score, that energy is different. They're mad about their tax bracket. How they had hidden agendas to hack your devices. Hold on one second. They look at you at competition to blackmail you, to antagonize your character. Hold on one second. They was truly uncomfortable because you understood your authenticity. Something that they couldn't relate to was being an authentic self. They tried to paint you out to be the villain in their story. They wanted you to catch a case so nobody could actually see your self-reflection. You like that God and do with you. You're real chosen. At the end of the day, you wasn't doing it for likes. You doing clout chase, so you was far from a hater. Energy is different. When you wanted everybody around you to elevate, the energy is different. You ain't have to dig up somebody's past to humiliate them, disrespect them. Let alone project spell work in a toxic way to make someone feel bent out of shape, becoming a worst enemy. You ain't have the energy harvest off anybody's energy because you had your own potential, being your authentic self. Something that folks can relate to, how you understood your confidence, what you overcame. Understand you still being patient with time and day when it comes to healing trauma and pain. You ain't have to gather up folks in different area codes, let alone counties or whatever the case may be, to go up against one person because you truly had potential. That was folks' issue. Going up against the wrong person. Only forgot to love themselves, to better themselves when it comes to their mental health. But saying that you crazy, an innocent person. Or because you believed in your faith that God showed you value when it came to loving yourself another day. That self-love, that self-value at the end of the day. Even when you get lost in your words, some folks are not going to understand how you tie your shoe, how you recognize your smile, how God truly was being patient with you. When God gave you balance, hold on one second, you was worthy, and you damn sure don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, misunderstanding day. Motherfuckers will feel like, hold on one second. You projected spell work going back to them when you don't have to dibble and dabble at the end of the day, because God had her hands over you. His hands over you this whole entire time. Not one lie was told. No, it's the train over me. Never allow a motherfucker to make you feel like you gotta live in fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. How it took a whole community to go up against one person. Or because of a hate at the end of the day, their mask fell low. They only shortchanged themselves when it came to lack of love. How you disturbed your own peace because you saw potential within somebody. How you disturb your own peace because someone had confidence. How you disturb your own peace because you're not authentic at the end of the day, to keep it real with yourself, to be your authentic self. You really truly don't know how to heal because you see someone truly elevating when they actually mean what they said. They actually healing to go within, regardless of what they endured that day when it came to trials and tribulations in their life. Hold on a second. Our existence ain't the same when it comes to our walk of life. It's a train of thought for me. How someone will look at you like competition, will try to antagonize you, disrespect you out loud. They would sit there and hack your devices because they don't want you to see you smile. So they would sit there behind closed doors, rally up a group of people like, yo, we about to get this person locked up because I don't want to see them smile. Matter of fact, we're going to put them in a straight body jacket. We're going to label them crazy, 730, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean when someone elevated actually fucking works when it comes to common sense, something that you fucking truly lack. And say, hold on one second, because I got control in this, I can control a narrative and paint this person to be something they truly not. Or because of the fact that I don't want them to be comfortable with their own self-reflection. Jealousy and envy is real. Or because someone knew how to keep it real. You know how when you respect your neighbor, good day, bad day, misunderstanding day, folks look at that as like a threat. Or because you understood balance when it came to common sense, self-reflecting. Always be yourself, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everybody, and I say that respectfully. Never allow someone to project fear in you. When they have to take a whole group of people or let on one individual to have this mindset at the end of the day, they jealousy and envy and they master fall off. How they don't want you to elevate because they don't want you to choose yourself, to better yourself when it comes to your mental health, and you understood what you overcame, you still being patient with time and day. and you said that you worship God and not one lie was told because the spell that they projected on you, they not understanding how you not bent out of shape. They not understanding that, hold on one second, everything that we said about you, it only fell on us because we was the one that told a lie on you that day. We digged up your past to humiliate you. We did rituals to go up against you. Only was to hold on one second. You still elevate. It doesn't bother you. Because we all not the same when it comes to maturing. People have good days, bad days, misunderstanding days, dealing with depression, anxiety, PTSD. It's some people that have a child at the end of the day. They don't even know if they come in or going, but I would never want to see them in a psych board, let alone in a jail cell. Because they're trying to get their mind together. We all don't operate the same when it comes to projecting pain. It's folks at the end of the day that pick up a bottle. I wouldn't sit there and wish death on them, let alone putting them in a psych board, or let alone having them locked up when they didn't have to hurt nobody. All they was doing was in their own lane. We all don't operate the same. To the genuine ones with no intentions, I truly hope that you continue to find peace within regards to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey. And I say that respectfully. Do not allow someone to project fear in you. Every community is truly not for you. Because the community that's truly for you, they won't project spell work on you. They won't energy harvest off your energy. They will not try to destiny swipe with you because it's going to be an epic failure. Because when you're a true child of God or chosen at the end of the day, they can't take what God and do with you when it comes to your life being your authentic self. When you know how to hold on one second, even if you don't know who you are, they can't steal what God and do with you when it comes to your life. Even days when you don't even believe in your faith. Hold on one second, regardless who said that you was the mistake. God takes her hand, his hand, and show you at the end of the day that one day you can become your authentic self when you least expect it. With time and change and growth, hold on one second, who would have knew that you wouldn't overlook you every day because you actually healed to go within. And healing and pain is not a race overnight process. My content is not for everyone. I may not make sense to you, but I make sense to someone else at the end of the day. That's truly for me. And especially when you're a real chosen one and child of God, you don't hack false devices because you don't look at them like competition. You fall for my hater regardless of what you're going through, trials and tribulations. You actually respect your neighbor even days when you can't see. You actually respect your neighbor, want them to bring the best out of them with no ill intentions. We all don't operate the same. The energy is different. Always be yourself. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Now that's the train of thought for me. How motherfuckers be haters at the end of the day. Trying to discourage you because you understood your pain. You understood balance when it came to time and day. Emotionally available, hold on one second, they wanted you to make you be unstable. Even when you got lost in words, that self-love looks good on you. When it comes to confidence, coming out your comfort zone, that hold on one second, you wasn't trying to hurt nobody. That is just different. Shorty said that you a joke. All because of the fact they took a whole group of people to go up against one person. I thought you was a leader. Come to find out you a fucking follower this whole fucking time. The math didn't add up at the end of the day. Talking about you real. But only realized that hold on one second. You lacked confidence at the end of the day. Only realized that hold on one second. You was never keeping it real. It's a train of thought for Bob. It's a train of thought for me. How it be chicks and dudes going up against one person because someone truly got potential. Or because someone was misled by pain when it came to trauma and pain from a child point of view. Hold on one second. They understood what they overcame, how they stand before themselves today. Yeah, they had good days, bad days when it came to their adulthood, but hold on one second. They never thought they was better than nobody because they wasn't trying to catch a case. Someone understood that, hold on one second. I understand my neighbor ain't gonna respect me, but they truly not funny. But that's okay, because I ain't got hidden agendas like at your free will when it comes to your mental health. I ain't gotta go tick for tack when you pay spoken attack when they go up against me. How you took a whole community and make me feel like I was supposed to be bent out of shape. How you try to energy harvest off my energy, but you couldn't put respect on my name. Hold on one second. I understood gravity. I understood I was a blessing to myself when you was trying to gain off of my wisdom, my energy. Only rest to hold on one second. If you did it on your own, you wouldn't be where you at today. And I say that respectfully. It's a train of thought for me, how you sat there and took notes, talking about someone was a copycat at the end of the day, but they was truly far from that because that truly is whack. When someone truly know how to be their authentic selves and that you didn't know how to relate to, but showing up for yourself to understand your own potential. How your low IQ score, dealing with depression at the end of the day, but your neighbor still didn't have ill intentions towards you. They was actually rooting for you days when you couldn't see. You know, because you was having an identity crisis. Shit wasn't working out in your favor. But you had someone who was still going through trials and tribulations in their life and actually looked at you and acknowledged it. Hold on one second, you still is worthy. But you sat there and took notes. Only realized the hold on one second, you said someone was a joke. Because someone's dream was truly coming a reality. Because facts, hold on a second, God didn't miss a beat. Just because you didn't believe in God and someone truly understood it, hold on 1 second, I didn't have to have ill intentions to go tick for tack with you when you projected spell work on me, talking about you gonna school me to humiliate me. Or because of the fact that I believed in my faith and you truly was the mistake to go within yourself to understand your mental health. How this type of stuff actually happens. How may not make sense to you, but being perfect, I'm far from that. Energy is different. I understood what I overcame to understand my reaction. That hold on 1 second, I ain't have to go and tick for tack when someone tried to antagonize me that day. Damn. How when someone said that you a copycat, I wouldn't give a fuck if you wear the same shoes as me, but what happened to your rhythm when it comes to your love language being your authentic self? That energy is different. We all don't operate the same. How you sat there and took notes, talking about you on the way to the bank, but you forgot to actually cash out the end of the day to give your neighbor they respect when it was due. It's a train of thought for me. We all don't operate the same. You fucking fool. How God saw what you was doing behind closed doors. Only about to hold on 1 second. You worship the devil this whole entire time talking about you a child of God. But hold on 1 second. The real child of God ain't gonna see their neighbor down. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding. Their energy is different. I don't run from my past. Energy is different. How folks was put on a test dummy mission. Only if you knew. How all y'all know each other. It be the train of thought for me. And it's kind of funny how you say that someone is truly not intuitive or whatever the case may be when they wasn't trying to catch a case. But they had to fall back for all the right reasons to see what God was truly revealing. Hold on 1 second. That's the motherfucking enemy, let alone the devil, trying to size you up. I'm gonna let you continue to create. They never gonna understand your elevation when it comes to your intuition. But hold on 1 second, you damn sure wasn't the mistake. When it went up against you, how it took a whole group of people because someone was truly jealous and envy. Hold on 1 second. Or because of the fact that you didn't have to shake your ass to be your authentic self. No, it's a train of thought for me. Nah, for real. How this type of stuff really bothers somebody. They call you a dyke. They call you this. You're not even gay. Hold on 1 second. You don't even know if you coming or going. Why does it matter to you who I am? Like, why do I bother you so much at the end of the day? We're not on the same level when it comes to elevation, and that's okay. But it took for you to hack my devices or my neighbor devices to have the upper hand because you got controlling issues. Then you trying to paint somebody to catch a case. Or because of the fact that, hold on 1 second, you forgot your own intuitions to actually love yourself, to acknowledge yourself. Or because someone actually been what they said at the end of the day, they believe in their faith and God was actually showing them better days ahead. How it took a whole group of people to sit down and realize, like, hold on 1 second, that person is truly anointed. Oh my God. God is real. No, it's a train of thought for me. How you hack somebody's devices, energy, harvest off their energy, and play with sport in a toxic way. Talking about God ain't real, but this whole entire time, who was really keeping it real? It's a train of thought for me. Jealousy and envy is real. Only to realize that someone wasn't the mistake when they understood elevation when it came to growth to believe in their faith. Never allow someone to dim your light. Even when they try to blackmail you, try to antagonize you, how they gotta pay this person, pay that person to get you out of character. And all you was doing was speaking up for yourself. They said that you was the aggressive, when you never had to put your hands on nobody, let alone all you was doing was just keeping it real, like staying in your lane. The energy is different. You ain't have to project pain. How it took a whole group of people to go up against one person and then got to sit there and say somebody's slow, stupid, and retarded, let alone P-U-S-S-Y. And that was never the case because the innocent person didn't have to catch a case. It goes to show you at the end of the day, all the innocent person had to do was be their authentic self to make you feel, hold on 1 second, truly uncomfortable. Not understanding who's protecting his child of God, let alone the road chosen one at the end of the day. That energy is different. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? It's the train of thought for me. Love yourself to make yourself never dim your light. Go you, neighbor. Catch your blessings. Now, respectfully, always be yourself. Never allow someone to project fear in you because they're having a moment in their life where they can't find themselves. Because everybody has that moment in their life where they're trying to figure things out. But it's certain individuals that's trying to figure things out in their life. They still know how to respect their neighbor, good day, bad day, and misunderstand. They never look at their neighbor like competition. They never have to disrespect their neighbor not one time. But goddamn, when an innocent person starts to speak up for themselves, actually speak with their chest, not their ass. The energy is different. You will never understand the difference when it comes to being real and authentic. They wasn't trying to catch a case. That energy is different. It was truly your own mistake when you try to antagonize the wrong person. How God was in the room this whole entire time, and not one law was told. And that innocent person, at the end of the day, the child of God, the real chosen one, don't worship the devil. That's what you projected to a community at the end of the day. Oh my God, I don't understand what's going on with me. How you try to strip somebody to be homeless, all because of jealousy and envy. How you try to get somebody locked up all because of jealousy and envy and hate because you couldn't keep it real at the end of the day and say that, hold on 1 second. I can't say it out loud to this person in their face. I gotta hack their devices to talk shit behind their back, behind fake pages. Matter of fact, ain't nobody gonna believe them anyway because we already painting a narrative that you truly is crazy, delusional, slow, and retarded. We plotted against you this whole entire time. So it can actually look like, hold on 1 second, you was never keeping the real, but the whole entire time, you truly was. Never allow someone to make you feel like you live in fear. In the right community that's truly for you, they would never put you in a mindset of having a group of people go up against you. They would never have to energy harvest off your energy. They would never have to try to destiny swipe with you. They would never have to project spell work on you in a toxic way. A community that's truly for you is not praying against you. They praying for you. They want you to elevate and become your best self vision of yourself. They would never have to hack your devices. They would never have to air hustle and from different communities and different area codes to tell your next move, who you was talking to, and you was never the fool because you saw what everybody was doing. That hold on 1 second, it wasn't an excuse how they got you under surveillance, or because of the fact they trying to line you up to second your free will when it comes to your conscience because you know too much. But you don't live in fear. Good day, bad day, all misunderstanding day. Even when folks hold on 1 second, forgot to realize that, damn, I'm really a jealous motherfucker. Regardless of my tax bracket, I lied on this innocent person all because of the fact that I'm a fucking hater. I can never say it out loud at the end of the day with my motherfucking chest because I'm on my ass trying to figure out my train of thought. That's how you gonna fall. That's what you wanted me to do. Fall right on my fucking face. You know, when the enemy or the devil tries to strip everything from you when it comes to your roof over your head, your finances at the end of the day, when you got God in your life, that energy is different. And I say that respectfully because you know why? When the right people see you and acknowledge you and actually respect you, they don't got malicious intentions. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And they're not perfect as well as you not perfect. But you understood what you overcame and why you stand before yourself today. And one thing you don't have to do is lie. That's what folks don't like. You know, when you're being real or whatever the case may be, and it's certain things that happen in your journey. And it's kind of funny how you tested certain motherfuckers and only realized to hold on 1 second, I only told you that day. And it's kind of funny how it took a whole fucking group of people for you to realize to hold on 1 second, you was doing it for likes and views on fucking clout chasing this whole fucking entire time. How you said this shit out loud. I was never your motherfucking friend, you B-I-T-C-H. I was never your motherfucking friend, you B-I-T-C-H. Fuck you, motherfucker. Fuck you. How this type of stuff actually happens. Because someone truly sees potential within you. How they can never take your swag at the end of the day when it comes to the good God. Hold on 1 second, it's only one you. They can sit there and take notes all day long. How they talk about you like a bad habit when you wasn't trying to catch a case. That energy is different when it comes to elevation. Being your authentic self. Something they forgot to do was going within because they love IQ score couldn't allow them to see to go within. Adjusting their own mental health that hold on 1 second, it wasn't fucking stable. But they paying you out to be the crazy person. That you need an injection within you. Going to the crazy hospital. Or because of the fact that they're trying to steal your heritage. They trying to suck at you free when it comes to your conscience. They trying to lock you up because you truly got potential. Everybody's story ain't the same. Damn, neighbor, what did you overcome when it comes to pain? Or are you still going through that shit today? Because there's certain individuals that can't tell their story. You know, that unsolved mystery or whatever the case may be. It's a train of thought for me. How will you know how to be your authentic self and you fall from a hater? You ever respected somebody good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day? But they just didn't like you for that? Like, damn, why you so nice to me? You don't even fucking know me. Why are you saying respect to me? I really take that shit as disrespect. Like, why don't you just fall the fuck back with that shit at the end of the day? You bother my spirit. You got my demons in me at the end of the day, triggered. All because of the fact I can't be my authentic self, but you see right through me. How this type of stuff actually happens. You ever acknowledged somebody and actually respected them? You didn't have to know them or not. But from that very first time that you introduced yourself to them, to acknowledge, just one word. That's all it had to take was one word. For someone to have so much hate and jealousy and envy within them, to project it on you. And they couldn't talk with their chest to keep it real with you that they didn't like you. So they had to gather up folks and pay them to disrespect you under fake pages. Folks hiding their hand just to try to disturb your peace when you wasn't trying to catch a case. Only was the hold on 1 second, the last person he projected his shit on, they was truly bent out of shape. They didn't even know if they was coming or going. Well, they start to realize that you must really be a real child of God. Because I done poisoned your food, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. I even try to project spark on you so you won't have your financial stability, so you won't be okay. I even I'm in a process of still trying to get you locked up to catch you a case. I'm still trying to work on these paperwork at the end of the day to put you in this psych board because I don't fucking like you. And matter of fact, all this creativity that you've been doing this whole entire time, you're not going to get fucking credit for it. Because at the end of the day, once you away, nobody's ever going to believe at the end of the day it was you when it comes to your mindset, when I blackmailed you. You know how this type of stuff actually happens? How someone sees potential within you. And you're a real chosen one, a real one. Because when God elevates you, and you was never trying to fit in, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, because why the fuck would you want to fit in with the cool kids? The ones who play with spoken in a toxic way. The ones who got to energy harvest of someone's energy. The ones who got to fucking try to destiny swap with the next person. The ones who got to fucking gather up in groups at the end of the day. Oh, we're going to have this person devices. We're going to make them feel like they're bugging the fuck out. Matter of fact, let's gang stalk them. Right to left. Hold on 1 second. We got hidden agendas. It's a train of thought for me. Never allow someone to project fear in you. How this type of stuff actually happens. I would never hurt myself, good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day, even when you try to blackmail me. One thing I don't run from is my past. We all can't say the same, and I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. It's okay. It's so many people that can't tell their story. It's so many people that live in fear right now because of the gang stalking, because of the disrespect out loud, how y'all wanted to see them frown because God was really maintaining a smile. You would understand how they were still elevating when you stripped everything from them, regardless of the situation that they was in that day. Like, damn, how you still elevating at the end of the day? Hold on 1 second. God is truly real, so that you can't see at the end of the day, because God didn't do that light within you. When it comes to real motivation, the healthy way. How you energy harvest off the innocent person's energy. Only because that's what you want to gain. And you say, well, I'm on the way to the bank. My content is not for everybody. It's not. And I do not live in fear. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. The gang stalking is real. The hacking of devices is real. And I'm not going to keep telling you the same thing at the end of the day. Like, damn, that's all I'm keep doing is keeping it real. I don't care if I don't make sense to you. I have good days, bad days, and misunderstanding days. I never said I was better than anybody. Never. But when God brings that chosen one balance, and when God brings that child of God balance, the one that don't gotta hack people's devices, the one that don't look at their neighbor like competition because, hold on 1 second, they said, what they said? The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. That shit was real. The energy is different. So because you saw potential within somebody, like, damn, that's really the child of God. That's really the chosen one right there. Like, no, for real. That's really somebody. Like, that's somebody. Like, damn, I don't want them to take my position because no, that's really a train of thought for me. No, for real, for real. How you you sit there and say F somebody at the end of the day, and all they knew how to do was respect you? Because they knew how to wait their turn to be official. That's a train of thought for me, how folks be haters. They be dudes and chicks at the end of the day. Like, damn. This motherfucker got some flow, like, and you switch your shit up too, like, damn, how you do it? I would like to ask you, but I did too much behind the scene, and I know you saw right through my bullshit. Matter of fact, I had people on my team at the end that was going up against you, so I know damn so you ain't gonna talk to me today. Fuck! I got control of this. I need to fix that. Can you help me? Fuck you. That's like standing on business at the end of the day. Because when God reveals the enemy, it wasn't a mistake. You know how when you pray within praying, the good prayer? You know, regardless of what you overcame, understanding your battles, when it comes to your trials and tribulations, that hold on 1 second, you actually understood the hill. You know, because you're still being patient with time and day to keep it real. They will never understand that for that. Hold on 1 second. God allowed you to see that existence. Hold on 1 second. I asked for clarity. To not allow me to become my worst enemy. To not allow me to get lost in someone else's words. Regardless if I know you or not. I say this respectfully. Me being a woman, I know who I am. Regardless of my sexual orientation, I know who I am. But for a man, a grown-ass man, to go up against me and disrespect me, because I walk these streets alone, and you felt like, hold on 1 second, nobody's going to approach you. And never not one time did I disrespect you. For you to disrespect me, multiple occasions, and I never said anything besides that one specific time while you're going through my things. And then you sat there and have a whole group of people bullying me, saying that I'm slow, stupid, and retarded. That was the most disrespectful shit that you could ever do, because I would never wish that on your child, regardless of your culture, religion, your sexual orientation, or your disability. And I say that respectfully, sir. It's so disgusting to see how men will disrespect a woman so quick and fast. It don't matter about her sexual orientation at the end of the day. It don't. It's so disgusting, and especially men with kids. Because when you're not in a room with somebody at the end of the day, if they're at a job site, if they go out in public or something, and some man approaches your child and disrespects your child, and you wasn't able to stand up for your child at that moment, you will want to make sure at the end of the day that doesn't happen to your baby. And for men to think this shit is cute and funny, and let alone attractive, is disgusting. It doesn't matter about someone's sexual orientation. How a man thought it was okay to disrespect a woman and then manipulate a woman. And not never one time did this woman disrespect this man. Not one time did this woman antagonize this man, raise her voice towards this man, besides be her authentic self. But you know, in certain communities, you know, the woman cannot speak back. In certain communities, a woman cannot speak for herself. In certain communities, a woman is not supposed to say certain things to a man. But check this out. Every woman doesn't operate the same when it comes to having a voice for herself. You disrespected me, that was out of order. Because the same way you went through my belongings at the end of the day, would you want someone to go through your wife's belongings or your child's belongings without their acknowledgement? Did they do anything wrong? No, they did not. They didn't disrespect that man or that woman or whatever the case may be. And for you to sit there and blackmail somebody, that's the most disrespectful shit that someone can do. All because someone was in your presence. Someone allowed you into their sanctuary and you disrespect them. That's a train of thought for me. And these situations get worse and worse and worse. Because, hold on 1 second, the man feels like he has the upper hand. It's not a woman thinking that she has control and issues. Hold on 1 second. What happened to the respect? The same way you have a wife, and you may not be home at the time. And you telling your wife, you know, these are the instructions to follow. As the man of the house, she does so. You could have just had ran to the store real quick. Or you, God forbid, your ass is in a hospital and certain things need to be done around the house. Something breaks or something needs to be repaired. And someone comes into your sanctuary. And you knew this place to be, respectful to you. So you're thinking that they're supposed to be respectful to your wife. Why? Because that's your wife and that's your household. But only realize that, hold on 1 second, it could be a new person or it could be someone else. And they just took whatever frustration or whatever they felt they wanted to feel that day and disrespect your household, let alone made someone feel uncomfortable when it wasn't even exchanged. When someone didn't have ill intentions towards that person that day. How this type of stuff actually happens. And then they sit here and say, that's why it's not okay for men to do certain jobs and being around women when it comes into their household. When you have the right people doing their job properly, it should be no reason why we have these excuses. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Because I done saw some men come into someone's household and do their job properly and was very respectful. They didn't have ill intentions. They followed instructions. They did the job as the contract was done. Hold on 1 second. Have a good day. When you're providing a service for somebody, what happened to respect? People pick and choose. And then they bring religion into it because, hold on 1 second. Before this person actually went into this person's household or establishment, they already had hidden agendas. They already had hidden agendas. Look around here, look this way, look that way, tell me what's going on, da-da-da-da, or whatever case may be. Well, you're supposed to be going in to do a service. Anybody else you go to, you do the service with no problem. So that means you decide to blackmail an innocent person. And when they start to speak up for themselves, you want them to shut the F up. You want them to be quiet because you had ill intentions. And you can't take accountability for your actions. And one thing that innocent person never had to do was lie on you. And one thing they didn't have to do was run from their path because they know how to take accountability for their actions. How this type of stuff actually happens. It doesn't matter about someone's culture. Someone goes into your daughter's college dorm and they're supposed to be fixing the light fixtures or whatever the case may be. You would hate, or for your son, you would hate to get a phone call and hear that, hold on 1 second, someone invaded your child's space. They went through their things. They disrespected them and they didn't do anything. Because now you're looking, you got cameras set up in your child's dorm. So you're looking on the camera because you feel more safe or whatever the case may be. Everybody's walking like they're the same. You're looking on the camera when they come there and you try to figure out your train of thought. You can't get there in time. But you saw everything that happened. Or even if you didn't see everything that happened, you believe in your child. Because why would your child be in a mindset? Hold on 1 second. Their story never switched up. Their story never switched up, not one time. And the fear within them that, hold on 1 second, I don't want anybody around me. Please protect me. If I need this light bulb change, I'm calling you. The energy is different. And then the first thing someone wants to say, oh, well, you didn't have your father in your life. You didn't have this person in your life. This is why you're the way you are. Excuse me? Why? Because someone speaks up for themselves when someone disrespects somebody and someone didn't have to have ill intentions. It's a train of thought for me. Because some people, loved ones, they pass on. And they have to live life, not to live in fear. And they're supposed to trust this individual come into their space. Or even if it's not just their space, it's in, even if it's in public or not. You should be able to trust somebody. And I say this respectfully. And I don't mean no disrespect. But everybody doesn't think the same. Because people pick and choose who they want to bully. People pick and choose who they want to disrespect. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Never allow someone to make you feel like you have to live in fear. There's so many people that lives in fear right now because they can't speak up for themselves because a situation it happened. They're living in trauma, dealing with pain, all because someone invaded their space. And one thing a person doesn't have to do is run from their past. That energy is different. When someone projected spell work on them, when someone tried to energy harvest off their energy, when someone tried to destiny swipe with them, when someone tried to hack their devices, when someone was being gang stalked, and they didn't have to do nothing besides be their authentic self and respect their neighbor. They didn't have to put their hands on nobody. They didn't have to curse nobody out. But it has to take a whole community to go up against one person. And you sit there and label somebody crazy because you have control over the narrative, because it's only one person. Nobody's going to believe that one person. Nobody's going to believe that one person. If you're gathering up people in a community or a building to go up against one person, to have animosity and hate and envy within you, okay, nobody's going to believe you, so shut the fuck up already. Because we have control of this shit. How this type of stuff happens. Nobody's going to ever believe you. That's what you're saying. We laughing at you every single day. We even had somebody in our community projecting spoken in a toxic way. And we're not going to actually admit that to you. And we're not going to admit that we was jealous and envy of you. However, group, hold on 1 second. They actually saw your potential. How this stuff actually happens. When you're a real chosen one. A real chosen one. You know, a real chosen one goes through so much trials and tribulations in life. Being homeless in real life. They didn't have to act. It was never an act. They didn't have to energy harvest off anybody's energy to become their best self version of themselves. They didn't have to destiny swipe with anybody because they had their own blueprint within them, being their authentic self. They was far from a copycat. The energy is different. They didn't care about you wearing the same shoes as them. They didn't care if you had the same shirt as them. But when it comes to creativity, that energy is different. That was God's vision. Their heavenly mother, their heavenly father, God, gave them that thought. That, hold on 1 second. This is yours to explore. Yours to create, to go within. You can do whatever you want to do. Versatile, whatever the case may be. We're going to guide you to better days ahead. You're truly protected. They don't understand it. Hold on 1 second. What elevation looks like, of course, in person. You know how a real chosen one, a real child of God, how when you sit there, and when it comes to your creativity, you knew how to wait your turn. Because you said, you know, God got my back. In all these years that I've been waiting, not only just been waiting, God's been grooming me in the most healthiest way to become my best self vision of myself. And because I chose me not to give up on me, even when I had a whole community go up against me, being gangster or disrespected, they wanted me to be locked up. They wanted to put me in a psych ward. They try to ruin your reputation, try to humiliate you, do rituals, hack your devices. Everybody's walk of life ain't the same. They even paid people to stay away from you so you could feel alone. But God never left you alone. God was always by your side. Not one lie was told. Never allow someone to project fear in you when it comes to your creativity, when it comes to your ideas. When you're far from a hater, you know how to respect your neighbor, good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And I say that respectfully. Regardless to who's ear hustling in different communities, watching your every move, just like at your freeway when it comes to your pockets. They don't understand who's truly protecting you. When they try to jump you, they say they're going to rob you, disrespect you. They like where your guard at now. Hold on 1 second. They wanted you to be dysfunctional. Always be yourself and never stop having the heart that you do have. How they got to pay this person, pay that person to antagonize you to get you out of character. But that unconditional self-love looks different. You understood self-control when it came to discipline. You understood why you stand before yourself today. Hold on 1 second. You are worthy. And you was worthy of change and growth and bettering yourself when it came to your mental health. You ain't have to hack nobody's devices to have controlling issues. You ain't have to play with spoken in a toxic way. You didn't have to energy harvest off anybody's energy. You didn't have to destiny swipe with nobody. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, and you far from a hater. You know, regardless of what you was going through during your journey, you was always far from a hater. Always. That energy is different. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But loving yourself is not a crime, and never allow someone to make you feel that you're not worthy of choosing you when God is truly showing your faith and you do not worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. It's not. You know, when the right people walk into like when the right community is truly for you, they would never look at you like competition, especially when you're not part of the Olympics. They would never have this animosity to project hate towards you because they understood what they overcame. Balance and hold on 1 second. I almost lost myself. I almost relapsed when it came to this thing called life. I understood what a rejection for my protection truly looks like. Hold on 1 second. I understood my confidence. It took me a minute to realize that hold on 1 second I was worthy to relate to it. I'm still being patient time with it because I'm getting used to it. You know, loving myself not to hurt myself with words. I ain't trying to dim my light. Folks gave me so much excuse why they couldn't show it for me. But thank you, God, for being patient with me. It was days I didn't believe in God. But God wasn't misleading me. Hold on 1 second. I understand my existence, why I'm worthy. When God allowed me to heal the pain that was indulged within me. I'm still being patient with time and day because healing trauma and pain is not a race or a game. The energy is different. They will never understand what you overcame when you stay before yourself today. How you had folks in your life, they didn't know how to treat you right. They took your kindness or weakness, they disrespected you out loud, they wanted to see you frown. They projected spoke on you in a toxic way. How it took a whole group of people to go up against one person that was you that day. They hacked your devices. More folks won't believe you. Dealing with hold on 1 second, you know you wasn't bugging, but you understood the even exchange when it came to gravity. Catching your blessings, hold on 1 second, you wasn't the mistake. Regardless who gave up on you, regardless who gave up on you, overlooked you, who didn't protect you that day, God still was showing you that you are worthy. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. Never allow someone to make you feel like you are living fear. And when the right people walk into your life, they truly want you to elevate. They truly want you to be your best self vision of yourself. And I say that respectfully. When they truly fall from a hater, they got more things going on in their life at the end of the day. They ain't trying to dim your light, and I say that respectfully. They don't look at you like competition. When they try to see you elevate at the end of the day, they ain't got ill intentions. They trying to lead you to better days ahead. And hold on 1 second. Maybe this thing may not be working out for you, but hold on 1 second. I got some information I could tell you how you could better improve yourself. Matter of fact, I got some folks that actually show you a better way to hold on 1 second when it comes to your creativity to get better with time and day. Or matter of fact, I got some folks. I love your creativity. Matter of fact, I got somebody that could put you in somewhere where you could become your best self vision of yourself. Matter of fact, I got this job for you. You actually fit the job description. Becoming your best self vision. I see you. I don't want anything from you at the end of the day. I just want you to become your best self vision of yourself to truly elevate. That energy is different. You ain't got excuses. I see you going within every single day. That hold on 1 second. You really be putting that footwork in, and you got your foot on these bitches' neck, right to left. Oh my God. Keep going, keep going. Because I'm really rooting for you. You know, when the right people walk into your life, they actually cheering you on, not to discourage you. That energy is different. You know, when you actually say respect to your neighbor, they don't look at you like, hold on 1 second. I don't think it's that disrespect. I actually respect you too. The energy is different. They say real recognizes real. I understood what you overcame. Why I would never be able to walk a day in your shoes. But I understood at the end of the day, you truly do got confidence within you. The energy is different. And when the right community is truly for you, they ain't projecting spell work. They ain't energy harvesting off your energy. They not destiny swipe with you. They not trying to send you low frequencies at the end of the day. When it comes to your IQ score, yeah, it's truly high. Because they ain't trying to dim your light to discourage you, to see you frown. Because they want you to balance your smile. Hold on 1 second, that was God's creation. You are truly beautiful, you are handsome, and you are worthy. I don't mean no homo, but hold on 1 second, no disrespect. You matter. Regardless of who didn't root you on. Who looked at you like competition, they was dead wrong. But just know at the end of the day, we're here for you now. With no hidden agenda. And we're here to keep it real. That hold on 1 second, we just want you to smile. And become your best self vision of yourself. Don't ever stop loving you. Don't ever give up on yourself when they did that day. Even when you get lost in your words. No, you're not a fool. You're not perfect, but hold on 1 second. You truly are worthy. The energy is different. Always be yourself. And I say that respectfully. Because when the right people walk into your life, they respect you good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. And when it comes to your creativity, they not sitting there trying to take it as their own or trying to jazz it up or whatever case may be. No, they would sit there and actually root you on and actually put respect on your neighbor. The energy is different. We all aren't the same when it comes to being a hater. It don't run in our vein. Our digestive system damn sure ain't the same. Far from a hater. Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater. What about you? Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater. What about you? Now, where's the train of thought for me? Love yourself to better yourself, never dim your light. You live in understanding rotation to treat yourself right. Catching your blessings like the left. Hold on 1 second. Neighbor. Don't dim your light. Never allow someone to make you feel like you're living fair. Even when they got to take a whole community up against you. All because you were just being yourself. And never not one time did you put your hands on anybody. Never one time did you have to disrespect anybody. Even when it was behind the scenes blackmailing you, projecting spell work, trying to paint you out to be the issue to catch a case. How they got you on this camera and that camera, hold on 1 second, we gonna lie on your name and paint you out to be the hold on 1 second. Yeah, you did that day. You know, God saw everything. And one thing that you don't gotta do is lie. And one thing that you don't gotta do is run from what you experienced. You know, we all are not the same when it comes to taking accountability for your actions. The energy is different. Even when they got you shadow banned and they pay this person, they pay that person to stay away from you or whatever the case may be. They tell people don't talk to you. You know, the right people that's truly for you, they don't listen to that foolishness. They don't. Because real recognize real. I acknowledge you for who you are. I respect you. Like, hold on 1 second. You actually went through that, and I was actually listening to these fools at the end of the day. And this whole entire time, you mean to tell me every time you said respect, that's what you actually meant that day? You didn't have ill intentions, and they try to shortchange you when it came to hold on 1 second. You didn't lack self-respect at all. And they said that you was an aggressive, you was disrespectful, how you a nasty person, but hold on 1 second, they was their own issues when it came to their lack of confidence, or because you had confidence when it came to hold on 1 second, self-control, you know, self-awareness, something that they misled themselves to show up that day. They saw potential within you, neighbor. And don't give up on yourself. Regardless to who gave up on you or overlooked you during your journey, you are loved and respected by all the right people that is truly for you. And I don't mean no disrespect and no shape or form because of my sexual orientation. And I say this respectfully when I say God, because I do not worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I am not perfect. But I know that my Heavenly Mother, my Heavenly Father, God, allowed me to see why I'm standing before I am today. And I say that respectfully. I never had the sex with their free will. I never had the energy harvest off nobody's energy. I never had the destiny swipe on nobody. I never had to hack anybody's devices, good day, bad day, or misunderstand day. I never looked at my neighbor like competition because I never was in no Olympics. That energy is different. And I'm far from a hater. Nobody's perfect. But you sure enough are worthy. Energy is different. We all don't operate the same. And one thing I don't do, I don't run from my past. I know how to take accountability for my actions, and I know what I said that day, and only to realize that hold on 1 second. When someone has ill intentions towards you, God will always reveal. You don't have to hear it from third party. You don't have to hear it from anybody else. Because when God reveals somebody to you that's not for you in your journey, they can lie on your name all day long. Oh, I dismissed them. No, you did not. No, you did not. That child of God walked away first. Because God showed them, hold on 1 second, you had ill intentions. You disrespect them because you had control of but you would never speak upon that. And the things you could try to blackmail somebody about at the end of the day, you won't actually tell a full story. But that's okay. Because not one time did that child of God or that chosen one disrespect you, good day, bad day, or misunderstand day. And that's what you was looking for, was a reaction. But then they was wrong because of the fact that when they start to speak up for themselves, oh, that's not who that person really is. They're a copycat. They this, they that, they this, they that. Nah, they just being authentic. Tired of folks walking all over them, disrespecting them. Trying to see me not frown. Hold on 1 second. That's what you tried to do that day. You wanted me to frown. You didn't want me to smile. You didn't understand how God was really shining a light on me when it came to hold on 1 second. I believed in my faith. How you the one that was sitting there taking notes. Being somebody you can't. It's strength though for me. Because you can't be somebody you're not. And I say that respectfully. You can wear the same shoes as somebody. You can have the same hat as somebody. But when it comes to creativity, that energy hits different. Because it's only one unique person that has that creativity mindset. And I say that respectfully. Because when a person is going from the situation, I don't mean no disrespect. When they take their creativity, their ideas away, and then you sit there at a vision board, what do we do next? But you just said that someone was a copycat. But you just said someone's slow, stupid, and retarded. But the person with the brains just walked away. This is trying to throw for me. How y'all sit there hide behind fake pages, trying to get credit for somebody else's work. But when God restores somebody and shows someone elevation when it comes to their creativity, at the end of the day, the energy is different. Because when God sees that you're taking their creativity, taking their ideas, and you can't even put respect on their name, God continues to elevate that person every single day. God keeps enduring different things within them that, hold on one second, something that you couldn't take away. And then you sit there and threaten somebody behind fake pages, threaten somebody out loud, talking about, hold on one second, we're going to get you locked up, put you in this sideboard, and ain't nobody going to believe it was your creativity ideas anyway. So you can get credit for it. How this type of stuff happens when it comes to jealousy and envy and hate. Oh, because, hold on one second, you're a real chosen one. You're a real child of God. And you fall from a hater. You don't have the same. Neighbor. Always be yourself. I'm not a genuine love respect. And I don't mean no disrespect. I don't worship the devil. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. A real child of God and a chosen one. We don't energy harvest off people's energy. We do not destiny swipe with people. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And we don't have to project toxic spell work towards our neighbor. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. It's one thing saying neighbor. You're going left. Things are not working out that way for you. You might want to go right. To understand, don't hurt yourself with words. But when you speak up that way, folks look at you like you a hater and you fall from that. The energy is different. It didn't matter about your tax brackets at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. Folks swear that you jealous and envy of them because you got more money than the innocent person. The enemy, like enemy. You really thought that someone was jealous because of your tax bracket, your big ass house. No. It's a train of thought for me. Because the same way you got it, the same way you can lose it. That's how you project it on the same person at the end of the day. My content is not for everyone. It's not. But when God endowed a light within that child of God, when it comes to creativity, we don't have the same mindset. We don't. Because when you're dealing with a real chosen one, a real child of God, they wouldn't mind you sitting at their table. They wouldn't mind sharing things with you. But when you try to shortchange a child of God, or a real one, or a chosen one, when God steps in, the energy is different. And you could sit there and talk all day long how, oh, well, we about to jump you. We about to beat you up. We be doing this, we doing that. We going to hurt you. We going to take at your free will. And then you going to say your back is against the wall. Oh, wait, hold on one second. The most disgusting thing that I heard is for a man to say to a woman that he was going to RP her. And nobody's going to believe her. It's how y'all really moving nowadays. Because you see this woman is by herself. I wouldn't wish that on your child. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding that you son of a bitch. My content is not for everyone, and that's okay. But that's the most disgusting shit that you can do to a female. Oh, because of her culture, charges won't be put upon her. Because why? Our family works over here. You know, the community is going to go against this person anyway. Ain't nobody going to believe her. I wouldn't wish that on your family members. And it shouldn't matter what culture somebody is. It shouldn't matter for this type of behavior not to be. It should not be the norm. Because you see a woman going from point A to Z. Well, she's supposed to have a man in her household anyway. No, she does not. Everybody's household is not the same. It doesn't matter if she's a lesbian or not. Because there's some independent women that walk around here at the end of the day that hold their own pretty well. And they had a father in their life. They had a mother in their life. And no man should have that fucking train of thought towards a woman to want to RP her. And I say that respectfully. Just like you, sir. You are raising your house, you're raising your household to make sure at the end of the day, regardless of who loves you, always protect you. But you shouldn't have to leave this world and have that mindset before you leave this world, to have that in your mind that, damn, it may be a day that I can't protect my child. That should never have to be a mindset. And I don't wish that on nobody's child. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. How men gather up in groups like a bunch of bitches. That's their feminine side coming out now. Because that's not a masculine. A real masculine man will never have that mindset. A real man that's raising a household with women will never have that mindset to RP a woman. A real man that walks and talks with his fucking chest does not have that mindset. A real boss that says he's a man does not have that mindset to RP a woman. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. You are a weak little boy. Leave innocent people alone. I do not live in fear. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. The disrespect is so disgusting. How little boys that say they men sit within a group and say what they're going to do to a female. And you say that you're proud of it too. Ain't nobody gonna believe that weak bitch. And it's some women that already experienced this behavior. And because they experienced this behavior, it became the norm to them. So when another female is becoming a victim to somebody's shenanigans, they sit there and laugh. They don't care. A real woman, a real boss that talks with her chest in her heart and has self-respect will never allow another woman to have that type of mindset, to be projected on another woman. You know, being RP'd? No, don't do that to her. That is disgusting. We're supposed to protect our sister. It don't matter about your culture, your religion, your sexual orientation, or your disability, or your age. How this type of stuff became the norm, and it's not the fucking norm. It's not. It's disgusting. And then they sit there and say, you talk too much. I was walking down a block minding my business one day, right? Just going to mind my business. And I was disrespected by somebody, my own. And they'd be like, you're my sister, you're my brother. No, you're not. Because my brother and my sister is not going to go against me. And let alone listen to a third-party conversation about me when they don't know the full story. How it took an individual to go back and try to blackmail me. And he ran with the narrative that, hold on one second, that BITCH is crazy. That BITCH thinks she better than somebody. That BITH this, that BITH that, that BITH this, that BITH that. Until it's your household, then you want to talk with your chest. Because it's not right. Until something happens to your household, to one of your loved ones that you care and respect, then you understand it. Hold on one second. Nah, I ain't signing up for this. How this type of stuff happens. My content's not for everybody. You know, the right community that's truly for you wouldn't put you in a mindset of living in fear, wouldn't put you in a mindset of making you feel like you're not worthy of yourself. You're supposed to be feeling safe within your own community. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding, regardless of what community you're in. And I say that respectfully. How they gather up just to blackmail you. And it took only one person to lie on you. All because of jealousy and envy was real. Jealousy and envy was real. And to come from a man, that's disgusting. It's really disgusting. I don't wish bad on nobody. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My content is not for everyone. It's folks that want to cycle my free will because I'm speaking up for myself. But I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. All because of one female. Jealousy and envy and hate and animosity. All because I knew how to respect my neighbor. And then they have to gather up in groups. Who is this person? Who is this person? Someone starts to doing the digging, start to bring up my past and figure out who I am, and fuck it, the math still ain't adding up. Who is this person? Who is this person? We threw a spark at you. We energy harvest off your energy. We gained some too. But we never put respect on your name. We even tried to destiny swipe with you, but it was an epic failure. Because you're really a chosen one. You're really the child of God. We even hacked your devices. We even gang stalked you. We did a whole lot of stuff in the background too that you would never know about. All because of the fact that we want you to become your own worst enemy. We're even trying to make you homeless right now. We're even trying to make plans to have arrangements to put you in a psych board to say that you're crazy. All because you keep speaking up for yourself and we decide to bully you. Because there's so many other people that are speaking up for themselves, but we don't care a fuck about them. We want you. How this type of stuff actually happens. It does. My content is not for everybody. It's not. I would never hurt myself good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I don't run from my past. I do not live in fear. I am Naya genuine love respect. To the genuine ones with no intentions, I actually hope all is well on your end. And you matter and you are worthy and you are loved and respected. I would never hurt myself. Never hurt myself. And I don't have ill intentions towards my neighbor, even when they try to antagonize me. And yes, I spoke up for myself. And yes, I speak up for myself. But I would never put my bare hands on nobody. There's nothing wrong with speaking up for yourself, neighbor. Stay in your lane. There's nothing wrong with that. Even when they try to blackmail you to take that videotaping and show a community, hold on 1 second, I told you they was aggressive. I told you they was this and I told you they was that. We can use this to our advantage to lock them up and put them in a psych board. Matter of fact, we even blackmailed them to project spoke in their household for them to do certain things and nobody's going to believe them because at the end of the day we have controlling issues. The enemy has controlling issues. When an innocent person knows how to have self-control, they understood self-discipline. And they wanted someone to lose control. How this type of behavior actually happens. And the innocent person, not one time did they have to lie. Never allow someone to project fear in you. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. My content is not for everyone. It's not. I don't look at my neighbor like competition. I was never part of the Olympics. Good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. And I'm far from a hater. Because my digestive system doesn't operate like that. I don't endure that type of mindset. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. And yeah, I was talking shit. Because I knew you was watching me. And only to realize the hold on 1 second. You repeated everything that I fucking said. All because you was watching me. It will only be one person to repeat something and it to come from one place. It's a train of thought for me. when an innocent person wasn't trying to catch a case. You hack somebody's devices. You got somebody ear hustling in different communities to size somebody up because they understood their conscience. Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a copycat, what about you? Misunderstood and loved by you, far from a hater, what about you? Misunderstood and judged by you, far from a hater, what about you? Far from a hater, neighbor. It's the confidence that you lack. You understood that how someone could truly go within. You picked and choose who you wanted to bully. You saw that someone was operating out of love, not lust. That energy is different. You saw someone was operating out of respect in their neighbor. You had hidden agendas to psych out their free will when it came to their conscience, to make them mentally unstable and chemically unbalanced them. Try to shortchange them when it came to their food digestive system. What did you put in it when it came to that substance that day? You try to shortchange when it came to their life extension span. But God never removed his hands or her hands off that child, but God let on the real chosen one at the end of the day. And I say that respectfully. I ain't have to project pain in you that day. When it comes to my creativity, I work alone. I don't have no team. I don't have nobody answer no phones for me. It's just Naya, genuine love, respect. All that he say, she say. They on my side. That's a lie. Because at the end of that, I never gave nobody permission. Regardless if I ever had a conversation with you, you had ill intentions. God truly showed me not to have another conversation with you ever again. Because you were going to suck in my free will, all in my pockets when it came to your life. When it came to your life. Because you didn't know how to understand your confidence, treat yourself right. Come to find out you was war like a witch. With bad intentions. Projecting spoke in a toxic way to make me feel like I was supposed to be bent out of shape, become my worst enemy. How y'all all knew each other this whole entire time and not one lie was told when y'all sized me up. Digging up my past, hold on one second. You thought I was supposed to reject myself, but God was really protecting me. Show him at the end of the day, my enemy. It's a train of thought for me. Never feel wrong for expressing yourself to the wrong person, and especially when God is really protecting you. When God closed certain doors in your life at the end of the day, I never was asking nobody to save me. The energy is different. When you lied on my name to disrespect me aloud, trying to look at you save the day at the end of the day, hold on one second. When you was the same one projecting me to catch a case. My content is not for everybody. And I say that respectfully. Always be your authentic self. Good day, bad day, and misunderstanding day. Have a safe year, weekend, day, evening. You matter and you are worthy. I do not project spell word good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. I do not energy harvest off anybody's energy. And I do not disrespect my neighbor and send low frequencies towards them. And I don't have to destiny swipe with nobody because God gave me my own blueprint when it comes to my authenticity. I'm far from a hater, far from a copycat. That energy is different when it comes to my creativity. And I mean what I say, not disrespectfully. I said that out of respect. When it comes to my creativity, it's folks that's been wearing the same shoes at the end of the next person all day long. I wouldn't care about that. Been going on since my childhood, but when it comes to creativity, that energy is different. Who cares if you go to this restaurant, that restaurant? Who cares? That's an establishment. Energy is different. You was hungry. You had to go within and understand. Hold on one second. I wasn't trying to lose myself when it came to my mental health. I ain't want to have a grumpy stomach. I ain't trying to pass out at the end of the day. I wasn't trying to go to the doctor and they trying to figure out I was trying to catch a case because that wasn't the case. Talking about creativity. When it comes to copycat, and that energy is different. When someone really got potential and you say that is the issue. Or because they knew how to be original. Something that you didn't understand was self-love. You rather self-destruct at the end of the day with your low IQ score. Talking about you real. But forgot to keep it real. In your own lane. That's the energy I be talking about. How folks look at you like competition. Only to abuse themselves. To hold on one second. You actually knew how to go within to love yourself. They look at you like competition. So they got to sit there and antagonize you to get a reaction. Only realize it was one-sided. Always be yourself and never allow someone to project fear on you. I do not wish the devil good day, bad day, or misunderstanding day. Peace and respect, so neighbor, stop the bomb. She mighty worthy. Don't name me a lie, you go. You neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. Don't name me a lie. Hey, neighbor, neighbor, neighbor. You mighty worthy. Always be yourself. I'm not you in love respect. I'm the original owner of Niagen Respect Creativity, and I never gave nobody permission to use my name for their personal use. I never gave nobody permission to use my creativity for their personal use. And I say that respectfully. My content is not for everyone. And I never gave nobody permission to use my name to vouch for me when it came to their malicious intentions to go up against me. You know, when God reveals your enemy, you'd be so surprised who these folks is. All because you know how to respect somebody and you have ill intentions. You know, when the right people walk into your life, respect's a two-way street with no misintentions. We want it the same. The energy is different. Continue showing up for you, neighbor. You matter and you're worthy. I do not work with anybody. I do not have a team. And I say that respectfully. I'm Niagen, you love respect. Always be yourself. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Today is currently April 14, 2025. Stop the violence. Always protect your energy and protect you and your family and stay out of trouble. Have a good day.